once more we look at the orbs they claim that are constantly coming back and forth. They don't know what's really going on in the sky. I've told y'all about this earlier, and I constantly tell y'all about this. But I want to relate to you concerning my book I had wrote long ago after I had witnessed what was my first time ever seeing a Millanite in my life. Terrified me so horribly I could not sleep. We was walking we was running and went into this cow field, and that was this thing setting in the sky. It was like a saucer shaped craft, and it was pulsating, real white, brightly white. It had been going back and forth through the field, shooting light, shooting down light. First, we didn't know what it was. It doled out right above us. Me and a friend of mine, my cousin, and this thing at the time we was young men. This thing just doled out, and it was something that opened up a panel at the top after it doled out and just sat there, and it didn't make any noise at all. And the panel opened up, and there was this huge thing with shiny black eyes and snowy white skin staring straight at us. My heart was beating fast. Chills run up my spine. And all I could say is, in the name of Jesus, Satan be gone. He had a big old, this thing was staring at me with a big grin on his face, it, it had a big grin on his face. But it had big bug eyes. It didn't have no nose, didn't look like, but it was staring straight at me. And I could hear my cousin on the side of me, his heart beating real fast. He says, man, he tapped me on the shoulder and said, man, after a while, he said, man, let's get out of here. That thing trying to hypnotize me. When he did that, me and him both took off running. After that, we got down out, we was running out of the field through those calagons. Those things you go across where the cows can't get through. We got out on the road, we was getting out, going down the road, and he said, man, don't tell anybody about this. They gonna think we're crazy, man. They gonna say we nuts. I said, hey, I ain't worried about that. I'm just trying to make sure they don't get me like that. Next thing you know, we looked around and saw some guys sitting down the street, looking straight in the sky. Guy and his girlfriend sitting on his truck, on the back of the truck, staring in the sky at what we were looking at what we had saw. Thing that we had seen terrified me so bad that I kept having dreams about that because we went out there in my uncle's field and there was dead cows everywhere with no heads and the blood was gone. It's terrified me so bad. It was back in the 70s, and I was terrified. In 70s or 80s, I was so terrified. I kept having a dream over and over again that these things were gonna take me and suck all the blood out of my body and cut off my head. I didn't know what it was. I went in the Bible, I kept asking God over and over again. And it hit me when he was telling me to read Obadiah. When I read into Obadiah, I found in one chapter where it was talking about Millan, who were it made the nest high in the heavens. I mean, they made their nest high above in the heavens, and they soared like the eagle. And when I had brung this to someone else's attention during that time, they said they was talking about humans, but then the Lord started talking to me as I prayed and told me He was showing me that there was a battle in heaven. There was a battle in space above the earth. There was two factions fighting. Millan was fighting one, and it was Marlon who was fighting himself. Marlon fought against himself. And the ones that was more masculine overcame and defeated the other ones. And at that time, they fought one another so hard. The one became Millan, and the other became Marlon. I mean, Marlon was destroyed by Millan, and Millan wanted to take the earth, but because of Jardel, and we saw those long those long um, sausages like Kraus, cigar like Kraus, that was part of Apharia before, and the triangle shaped Kraus that they had Jardel later on created. These were what Jardel fought with Millen and was stopping them from taking the earth. They created a treaty. It was during the Nuremberg incident. That's what I was told, the Nuremberg incident. That's what that was all about. That they were fighting. That they were fighting. They was fighting one another and it, over the earth. So I don't care who says I'm lying or whatever, because I know I heard Satan saying it a little while ago. Said, "Why are you lying?" And I'm not telling a lie. I swear by all authority in heaven, by God my Father. I'm the Son of God, and why would I lie? Why would I tell him a lie? When the Father, He heard, my Father told me, as long as I tell the truth, He would deliver me out of all sorts of conflict and out of all sorts of chaos. So it's no good for me to lie. So I'm telling the truth. I swear this. He showed me what these things was. The Rampo lightships of Millen had built new types of crafts, and he called them Rampo lightships, and come back and forth to the earth. And Jardel turned around and rebuilt. He started building his crafts with triangle shaped starships, and he could cloak his ships. But Millen goes through portal pathways. I heard a lot of people saying that there was like plasma clouds, but it's not plasma clouds that they're seeing. What they're seeing is portal portal doorways opening up that Millen constantly shoots through. That's what they're seeing, and it's not orbs that they're seeing. They're seeing Rampo-like ships of Millen. They are they're made like orbs. Some of them are circular like orbs, and then no matter which way they are circle, no matter which form they're shaped in, if they're shaped in mostly milling crafts are saucer shape or any type of round shape, that's milling. But some often the tic tacs are often not really milling. It is often what they'll call, what you call drones or tic tacs, but they're not from Earth. Understand they're not from Earth. This is how they scout and they constantly observe. Sometimes they use these things to observe on Earth. I'm trying to help you to understand what you're seeing in the sky. Most of these things are, but a lot of these things are from space. They come here. Also, Gemini has also been coming back and forth to the Earth, and they all ways of it's a manipulation. But the worst one you should look is Millan. Millan is the worst one of all. He's the most dangerous of all because Millan is the one that's trying to take mankind, and he don't care. He have no love for man. I've been explaining this to you over and over again, and I hope you understand. I'm not trying to deceive anybody, or manipulate anyone, or hurt anyone, or lie to anyone in any kind of way. I just want you to understand as a public and as a people so that you don't fall into the traps of these things. Once these things decide to do what they're going to do, it's Jardel back off and allow Milton to just start doing anything, then it's going to be a problem for a lot of people. A lot of people just going to be missing. And ain't nothing nobody can do about it. Not even the United States government. Not anyone on the face of the earth have enough firepower to knock Milton out of pocket because Milton is so numerous. They're so dangerous. Only if Kill, the little black one, he look like a little black guy, little black people, clan of people. And if they were able, if they did get together and come towards the earth, then Millen would be in trouble because they are the most powerful one in all the universe. Kill is more powerful than anyone. Any other entity in the universe is the most powerful of all. Kill is more powerful than Jor-El, and it's Jor-El's brother. And there's more Alpharia, the remnant of Alpharia, who's also in space, but they won't come to the Earth. Only one that's trying to stop Millen that's close to the Earth is Jor-El. You might see a white triangular shaped craft. You might see a black triangular shaped craft. Anytime you see a triangular shaped craft, it's most time it's Jor-El. It's the only time you're gonna see one that's Jor-El. But Gemini is often the rectangular. If anything at all, if he ever come, it would be a rectangular craft or something flat. And Gemini is nothing but a spy. That's all they are, spies. They won't do anything. They won't take anyone from the earth. They won't do anything. That's what Gemini are. They're observers. They're nothing like Millen, but they're tall and they're like men. Understand there are other entities out there in space. I was always told when I was young, there are devils all about the universe because God created angels and the angels went astray. A lot of angels went astray. You ever heard about when Lucifer fell? He said when the dragon fell, he wiped a lot of stars out of he wiped a third of the stars out of heaven with his tail. That's what it meant. When he swung his tail around, he wiped a third of the stars out, which are a third of the angels. He made them go astray because of his actions. When somebody sees somebody doing something bad and they think they got away with it, they're gonna do the same thing, just about. Especially if they Richard, just as wanting to go astray and eager to do it when somebody saw this man on the New York subway get away with killing this black boy. Next thing they know, well, we're gonna start doing things on the New York subway. A lot of people now they setting women on fire, doing other types of things on the subway that figure like, well, we can get away with it too. He got away with it, but it don't work that way. Not all the time. This side of this world is going downhill. They not even paying any attention to what's going on. This is why God is so angry with this world right now. And this is why you seeing Millan coming back and forth. Because God might just he might just allow them to come and mess with a whole lot of people because of what these people are doing. There's so much going on the earth right now. So much bad happening. It has to be stopped. Nobody wants to believe the truth. Everybody wants to do filth. Everybody wants to lie and steal and curse and cheat and rob. It's not right. You're gonna get right. You gotta get right with God. God is watching this world, and God wants you to change. I pray you people start listening and humble yourself with fasting and weeping and praying to God, and stop lying and cheating and robbing, and stop all the things they constantly think about is having sexual relationship with one another and with all sorts of them. Some of them is fooling with animals. God help us all. That's what a man said the other day, because he said, look how bad things are getting in the world. I said, brother, pray for us, please. I said, I'm praying for you. These things, it's getting terrible. I want to leave you with that note. Once again, God bless you. Be strong and keep the faith. And remember to pray. Give your praise to God every morning. Weep. Give your praise to God every night. Weep and pray when you do pray. Ask God for salvation. Be strong. God bless.